So yeah, I'm here at the YFC conference, and with me, just to give a little bit of his feedback on what it means to be courageous as a Christian. I've just invited Chip Kendall just to share a couple of thoughts on that. So Chip, being courageous as a Christian, what does that mean to you?
Well, for one thing, we don't have a choice to not be courageous. We get a lot of examples in the Bible of people who weren't courageous, but whenever they encounter God, God makes them courageous, and He tells them, be bold and very courageous. And something that Dan Blythe just said in the last session is that success is the ability to go from failure to failure with no loss of enthusiasm. And I think what helps me to be courageous is to keep to keep that enthusiasm, to find what feeds my enthusiasm. To be enthusiastic means to be like God, if you get back to the original what it is, and to fill somebody with courage is to encourage them. So find what encourages you, latch onto that, and get stuck into the presence of God.
Fantastic, thank you, Chip. Hi guys, so I'm with Neil O'Boyle, National Director of Youth for Christ, and Neil's just going to give us his opinion on what it means to be a courageous Christian.
For me, I think courageous leadership, particularly leadership, is about admitting to a whole lot of things going on in your life, being open to the fact that we're vulnerable and that we're weak and that we absolutely need God, and so recognizing when we are weak and then asking for help, and then having the ability to get back up every time we fall down and having the strength to keep moving forward. And I mean, we can talk about courageous leadership as far as risk and faith and all those things, but sometimes it just comes down to the raw guts of saying, I'm going to keep going and I'm going to keep moving forward for God and His mission for us.
Thank you. I'm with Laura Hancock, and she's going to give us her idea of what it is to be a courageous Christian.
Yeah, so I think for me, being courageous, how I view courage has been really challenged recently. I think I'm increasingly realising more and more that courage looks really different for different people. I think for some people, confronting someone about something that they're not happy about takes a lot of courage. I think for some people, saying stuff that's difficult, which means that other people won't like them, is difficult and takes courage. For some people, the courageous thing is to have grace and patience when they just want to go through someone. I think who you are and your nature and your makeup of your character depends on what courage looks like for you. But I think courage is being willing to be vulnerable with people, getting close enough to people to let them change you and influence you, and to make choices that cost you, particularly when it comes to your character and your nature. And I think you can only really do that well when you're empowered by Jesus and you're wanting to be more like Him. So for me, courage is when you intentionally push yourself out of your comfort zone with your character in order to look more like Jesus.
That's fantastic.
Thank you, Brucey.
Final day of the conference, I have with me Ian Bruce, the legend that is Ian Bruce, and Ian's going to tell us his thoughts on what it means to be a courageous Christian.
I think being a courageous Christian is knowing Jesus and just getting stuck in. Don't hold back. There's more for you than there is against you. And I think that's the whole thing, knowing who you are in Jesus and just thinking He loves people and He wants you to love people. So that's what it is. It's, as the Bible says, girding up your loins, so getting yourself together and going for it and focusing on who He is. Make the main thing, and that's Jesus, and telling people about Jesus. It is scary, but the blessing is just amazing when you just get there and you think, I've done that, I've made it happen. So be courageous, tell people, get that together.
Amen.